But what else I need to talk about is how that camp just fed my Negro spiritual soul. It really fed it. I needed that to feed the heart. It really meant something to me deep down, down in the dumps, down like I needed that, right? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Kylie Rashid Show. I'm so glad that you decided to come back for more. So what's up? My hair uneven. So I didn't make an episode with my hair straightened, but I did get it done. It is touched up, but just the curls and stuff is real dingy, real dusty. So I had to cover it up a little bit. It's the summertime. Finna be my birthday in a month. What I'm finna do for my birthday, big 26, not the little. What else? Y'all, I just got some updates. It feel like it's been a hot minute, but it's another day in the life. I did like this Air Force Academy camp. I thought I made some new friends. I think I made some new friends. I thought I had a new love interest, and I'm just trying to get it how I live. So what happened was I got invited to do this camp. And to give you a backstory on that, I thought I was going to be doing camps week after week after week. But I don't know if it's unfortunate or fortunate. But because I'm putting it in God's hands, I guess I'll say, fortunately, I'm not doing the same camps I was doing in the past. That dropped off. So there's different opportunities. So the money at first was like some slight, nothing too big, but hey, money is money. You're just trying to get it how you live. And I seen it as a new opportunity to make new friends, new connections. Love Island. I've been watching Love Island too, y'all. That's what I should have said. And so what's up? Anyways, so I was like, fuck it, we ball. I'm just finna go do it. I never been to the Air Force before. Let's fucking go. So the week of, I go out there. I'm nervous at first because if you know me, at first I'm shy. I don't really say nothing. But when I walk in, all I seen was I'm black, y'all. Black power. I seen a bunch of black people. I said, okay, this Air Force Academy is a little bit different. I was a little bit scared when I pulled up because they made you roll all your windows down. And you know, me in the military and all that, I don't even play like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. As the week went on, I just was a little bit scared at first because I'd never been there before, and it's strict over there. It's strict. When I say strict, it's strict. So ride through, get there. It's cool. Bunch of black people. First day, it's ran, it's organized. It's a collegiate. You know what I'm saying? These people is college, and it's like for real. And it's good, and it's a vibe. Like we're goofy, we're fun, we're vibes. Bunch of black people. Never seen them before. Never really met them before, except for the one who connected me. I knew her and all that. So yeah, one of my friends basically reached out to me because they needed help for 1 week, and then ended up working Monday through Saturday, so I got a little bit of extra money. You know what I'm saying? Than I thought I was finna get. So amen to that. But the whole week was a vibe. It was fun. I had a group of kids. Of course, my group of kids won the championship game. We called ourselves the Aces, and we got that whole bitch turned up. Right? We had a cheer and we were screaming all the time like Aces. And then what do they say? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Then all of a sudden, everybody else locked in and had a cheer. But mind you, we had a cheer on the first day, and everybody was weak as fuck. And then they locked in. You know, we pretty much only lost like 2 games all camp, which we lost because we was on some bullshit. But we won. And then we had a little bit of haters because we was like that. You feel me? And then just like the people, the staff. The staff really is what made it. That week, it was the week of Juneteenth. And it's just so funny because if we're going to keep it a bean, Air Force Academy, it's got a lot of white kids. And, well, actually, I'm not going to say the academy. This camp had a lot of white kids. I think there was only one black girl, and then there was a few, like, POCs in there, but mostly white. And one of the girls, she grabs the mic, Jordan, she goes, y'all know what Juneteenth is? And we up in here, and they're all looking, but one girl raised her hand. She was like, yeah, it started and was founded in Texas, and that's when the slaves were actually free back in. We said snaps around, period. Y'all need to know y'all history because we are black. We are black, okay?
You are freaking African Americans plus Mark. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark because Mark
Then
is
we had them
rocking
doing
with us.
the was the cha cha slide. We did have them do that. We had them doing the Soldier Boy. We had them doing to the right, to the left, down, 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 do your dance, do your dance. What is that one called? I don't know. We had them doing all the little cookout dances, and they didn't want to do it. Had that bitch jumping. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time. It was a long day. It was a far drive, but it was a good time. But I was burnt out because I was going straight from camp to sessions. I was a little bit burnt up. Then that same week, Calais, bless that lady's heart, ruptured her patella tendon and had to get surgery and all that the same exact week, bro. Oh my goodness. Crazy stuff, right? Crazy stuff. You would have never thought, who would have thunk it? But that happened as well. Okay, so she's been out for the count, but she's on the up and up. It's the first stages after surgery. Okay, who would have thunk it? Then, so yeah, after that week, we was like, y'all, we need to hang out in the whole week. And black people, they always talk about linking up, and like, are we gonna do it though? Are we gonna do it? Is it gonna make it out the group chat? Is it gonna make it out the group chat? Okay. And we did, in fact, make it out the group chat, but only one time since then. And it's probably been like 2 weeks. So that's not even that bad for real. But we went bowling and we got a couple drinks and we just chatted it up and we just chopped it up. So that was a good time. It was a good time. What else? That week I thought I had a new love interest. Now, something about me, there'd be a little bit of flirting going on here and there. And sometimes I second guess, but this time I didn't second guess because some of the girls was telling me as well. So I said, okay, I see the vision. Me and a friend, we just was around each other the whole time. It's like you always want to be in each other's presence. We was playing pig, shortened version of horse. Of course I was winning, and then my teams was winning, and like all I do was win. Word to DJ Khaled, so he was upset about it. Then he tried to challenge me in pig again, and I won again. Yeah. And if I clip this, I'm talking to you. I won again. As I win again, and I win again, and I win again. Yeah, because I'm like that. Yeah, so it just fell away, and every time we was in person, it gave. It gave. Now the only two things is like he's like 1 year younger than me. Scary. And he's like maybe an inch or two taller than me. A little bit scary. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a big body Benz. Please don't crash. 5'10", 200. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that. I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl, right? Can you handle it if I go there, baby, with you? I really be up in here cracking myself up. Anyways, and yeah, so when we all went out, he was there as well. And then like we was bowling and we were supposed to transition somewhere else, and then me and him just ducked off for 2 hours and talked. So it gave. It gave. So I'm like, it's the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Uh. And then I was like, what the fuck? Because no, it didn't. Everything gave 10, 10, 10s across the board. You know what I'm saying? He had all the right answers. He did have all the right answers, so I was suspicious about that. Now, is that a me thing? Probably. But I was suspicious because why'd you have all the right answers to say? Huh? Huh? I like that, but I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? The banter was there. We funny, we back and forth, we joking. I'm like, hold on, buddy. And then when we leave out of each other's presence, nada. Nada más. So I don't know what that's about. But that's why I said I thought. You know what I'm saying? I thought. I was like, ooh, it's finna be with summertime. I'm finna be getting active a little bit. Like, we finna be. And then I was like, oh, just kidding. Not too much. Not too much. That was just a little something. You know what I'm saying? That was just a little taste. So that was that as well. Damn. We had a tournament. Mind you, this tournament was already set up before Calais ruptured her patella tendon. And fun fact, I tore my patella tendon, so it's pretty much a similar vibe. Hers was just completely ripped. Mine was just partially torn. You know what I'm saying? And so I got to know what's going on a bit here and there. And we had a tournament. Two of our teams, our fifth graders, they just they carry. They carry. They put the teams on their back and say, let's get to it. They both went undefeated. Granted, competition wasn't really good, and we was told this was going to be a really big, good tournament, and it's really hard scheduling them and stuff. So it's like both of them needed to be put up because one of our fifth grade was in the top bracket, and the other fifth grade was in the second, like the bracket below. And it's like, okay, so our top fifth grade team or our one fifth grade team needs to move up. Well, they both need to move up. What am I saying? They both need to move up in divisions. You know what I'm saying? Sixth grade, seventh grade, they still trying to get how they live. But they just need some time. We've seen improvements. But we did get some dubs. I think both of them went 2-2. 2-2. So you know what I'm saying? But we didn't make it past the first knockout stage. Actually, yeah, we our sixth graders got to the consolation bracket. Our seventh graders didn't make it throughout the first knockout stage, but that's okay. We go to Vegas later, and it's just been a lot going on for Elmo. It's been a lot going on. In July, where did June go? Where did June go? You know what I'm saying? Where did June go? Granted, in June, I was traveling a lot. I went to Portland, I think twice. I went to Dallas. I went to Kansas. So it's like I had 4 trips in that month. So I think that's where June went. And I didn't have no Juneteenth celebration. I need that in my spirit. But what else I need to talk about is how that camp just fed my Negro spiritual soul. It really fed it. I needed that to feed the heart. It really meant something to me deep down in the dumps, down. Like I needed that, right? And oh my God, I'm forgetting about much part. Another thing, I thought I had like a job opportunity, right? And I was feeling like, what? Because at the camp, they asked me to do like one little segment of some ball handling. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing to a boss. It's just simple. I do this shit on a daily. You feel me? I'm like that. I get the mic, granted, and they were surprised because I was a little shy at first. You know what I'm saying? Or not shy, just reserved. We'll say reserved at first. And then I get to it. So then I got to it. And I'm screaming on the mic. I'm putting the mic in the kids' faces. I'm putting on a show. That's what I do when you give me the mic. Ask the people in high school. They don't put me on a mic. I actually do put me on the mic. And they're like, oh, that's great. That's great. So then when the other coaches is what I mean, comes up to me. Mind you, she works actually at the Air Force Academy. She's in there. And she's like, what you do outside of this? I'm like, I coach, I train, yada, yada, yada. She's like, have you ever thought about coaching college? I'm like, I'm scared of politics. And then she's like, well, what about a prep school? And I'm like, I don't know nothing about that, but like, what's T? How much they paying? She said a number. I said, huh? She said a number. I said, what? That's more than I get paid now. That's money I ain't never seen before. I said, I'm interested. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, tell me the information. Because what? I said, hold on. I got to join the military? though? Because I won't be doing that. You will not catch me, sir, yes, sir. I won't be doing that. I'm not built for it. I'm not cut like that. Because when I was there at the Air Force Academy, they did a tour, and I was just learning so much about it. When I say they are strict, and they gets down, and they don't play. They gets down, and they don't play. And I'm so serious. And I'm like, it might be too serious for me. One of the other coaches, he went to the Air Force Academy and played basketball. I said, hey, so does anybody have fun in here? The 4 years here. I know a lot of the perks. I understand the perks, right? I was down bad when I was young. You feel me? I was down bad. But if I was down bad, I would have been right up in the military. Because you just can't, like the perks, yes, you were indebted to them. But the perks, if you don't got jack shit, fuck it, I'm going to the military too. I understand it. I understand it now. But I said, does anybody have fun? Like, are we like, you know, vibing out? Is there like parties and stuff on here? He goes, you know, when you're here, it's not really about fun. I said, okay, that's all I needed to hear. He goes, but we do have bonds for life, and we're here together because you just go through certain stuff that other people don't get. And when you go through it together, you have a tight bond. And I said, I get it. I understand. Scary for me still. Really scary. Yeah, so that's all I need to know about the Air Force Academy. But will I do the camp again? I would. I'd do it again if you ask me. If she asked me to do the whole month, I'd do it. You know what I'm saying? And I just was exploring new connections with new people who were black. And we know me, and I just love black people and blackness. And I'm deprived of it. I'm deprived. And then come to find out, that was the most black staff that they've had. One of the dudes, he's like, man, no, y'all don't understand. Like, this was like, I walked in and I was like, whoa, because we ain't never had this many black people up in here, up in here, up in here. And I said, so the energy was different. I said, God, look at you. Because it had to be God ordained for that to happen in that time and in that manner with all these people. You know what I'm saying? It had to be God ordained because when I took the job, I said, fuck it. A little extra money won't hurt. It might be tough that week, but hey, fuck it, we ball. Who knows what could happen? And I took that leap. I took that leap. And it was good. It was good. And God said it was good. Amen. Amen. He said it was good. So I do it again. I sure would. I sure would. Do I have anything else to say about that? I don't know. It was good. So now what? It was good. That week of the camp was really good. Okay. It was really good. We had a good time. We played games. We had a lot of water balloon fight. We was shooting in the gym. We got to lift on the campus and stuff in between. Like, it was just great. It was well run. Um, it was well run, but it wasn't ran like military. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying? Because you're on the military base. It seemed strict in there, but it was fine. Like, it wasn't too strict. It wasn't too OD. It was camp. We got to chill, but we still got the job done. Also, everybody did their part. That's one of the main things that I love about it. Everybody did their part. And it had names in there about everybody doing their part. And everybody showed up and did what the fuck they were supposed to do. Nobody went MIA randomly and didn't show up all day. Now, people was late. That did happen. But hey, we all were there every time we said we was going to be there. And like, we got asked to do like the elite camp on Saturday. And it was a little bit different than regular camp. It was a little bit more serious, a little bit more strict because they was recruiting out of there. And one of the boys, he didn't work. He's like, I got FOMO just a little bit, because all y'all working and I'm not. Okay. It's like, yeah, you know how you live. Like, we in it bit. Bye, don't sleep. Anyway, so now what? I'm just searching for new vibes, new experiences. I'm still yearning for that. There was a time when I thought I had this job offer, and then the time of basketball, it's like I gave myself a deadline, right? I talked to my godmom. We said we're gonna stick to the deadline before I make any real life changer decisions. Because if you know me, I have a pattern. I feel stagnant a lot of times, and I feel like I gotta move. I gotta move literally and mentally to something else, something new. I have to elevate. If I don't feel like I'm growing, I just feel stagnant, and it bothers me, right? But I'm learning it's impatience, but we're getting there, and I'm gonna make it to my deadline. I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm gonna work all the way to my deadline, and then we're gonna see about it. But this summer, I wanted to be vibes. I wanted to be fun. I wanted to be new connections at the villa, outside of the villa. Okay, and I just want to have a good time. We go to Vegas this month, so like in 2 weeks as well. So that should be a good time. And then we're gonna see, man. And then it's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Summertime, best time, great vibes. I'm gonna need to do something. I need to do something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was just a little recap. That's what I had to chat about. I got therapy after this. Maybe I'll have something to chat about after that. Oh, and I'm filming it in a new angle too. We're gonna see if I like this. If I don't, sorry, it's gonna be ghetto looking this week. But hey, get it how you live. And do I have a question? Do I have a question? Almost forgot a segment. So I have a question. What's the summer finna feel like? What is it giving to you? Now, there's a lot of scary things happening in this world, but it just seems like we are always living in unprecedented times, right? Our generation has, we don't get, you know what I'm saying? We just always got some shit going on. But in what ways what vibes do the summer feel like? You know what I'm saying? How are we exploring new connections inside and outside of our villas? That's what I would like to know by our next episode. And that's what I got for you once again. This has been another episode of the Kyrie Rashid Show. Amen. Thank y'all for coming back for more Get At Me. We out.